Hey guys, welcome back to Algebra 2 lessons. We're going to be going over the properties of logarithms today. So these are the basic properties that you need to be able to know so that you can solve the problems relating to logarithms. So the first thing are some basic definitions. When you have the log base b to the power of m, this just means that the answer is m. Okay, so basically the two b's cancel out since they're the same. Now, these two b's have to be the exact same number. Another property is that the log log of b1 equals 0. Okay, anything with the log base b to the, when you have 1, that's equal to 0. And whenever you have log base b, then that gives you 1. So whenever whenever these two are the same, it's going to equal 1. So the product property basically says that you can separate log b mn into log b of m plus log b of n. Okay, so you can separate this function here into two different functions. Okay, the quotient property. This states that log b m over n equals log b of m minus log b of n. Okay, so you're separating the fraction into two different functions. The power property says that the log base b of m to the power of n equals n times the log base b m. Okay, so the n comes down into the front here. All right, and the change of base says that the log of a equals the log of base b to the a log of base b over the log of base bc. Okay, so I know that just sounds like a bunch of garbled numbers and letters right now. So we're going to use some examples to show you these properties in action. The first example asks us to solve this function. It says log of 327 minus log of 381. Okay, so I go back up here and I look, which one of these does this look like? And I see that it looks like the quotient property. Okay, so I'm going to write that out for you. Okay, so the quotient property says that these two right here, so log 327, I can combine them into one function. So it'll be log 3 of 27 over 81. Now what you're going to do is you're going to plug 27 over 81 into your calculator. Okay? And that's going to give you, or you can reduce. So in this case, I'm going to reduce. So I'm going to do log 3 of 1/3. Okay? Then I'm going to use the change of base formula. All right? So we're going to make this a little longer. Change of base. Okay? So basically what this says is right here, okay? So I'm going to take C, so this is C, so log CA, where C is equal to 3 and A is equal to 1/3, okay? So this is going to become log 3 over log of 1/3. Oh, I'm sorry. I did that backwards. It's log of 1/3 over log 3. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your calculator and you're going to enter log of 1/3 divided by log of 3. Or you can plug in log of 1/3, get the answer, which is negative 0.477, and the log of 3, which is 0.477. And this gives you a value of negative 1. Okay? We're going to do another one so you can see. So this is log 5, 1 over 25 plus log 5 of 625. So we're going to go back up here to my properties and see which one it looks like. And this one looks like the product property. Okay? So I'm going to say product property. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to combine these. So we're going to do log 5, 1 over 25 times 625. Okay, so you're just going to plug this into your calculator, and it'll look like 625 divided by 25. And that gives you an answer of log 525. So 625 divided by 25 is 25. So then I'm going to use the change of base. To give me log 25 over log 5. Okay, and when you plug this into your calculator, you're going to get a value of 2. Okay, so we're going to do another example. This is log 64 to the power of 3. So I'm going to go back up here to my properties, and I'm going to see that this looks like the power property. Okay, so I come back down here and I say this is the power property, so I can rewrite this. So power property. And I can rewrite this as, I bring the 3 down, 3 log 4 of 64. Now I see that this can be rewritten into the change of base. Okay, so I can do 3 times log of 64 over log of 4. Then I plug that into my calculator, and log 64 over log 4 gives you 3. So that's 3 times 3, which gives you an answer of 9. The reason why you would use the change of base formula is that it's easier. If you see here, you can just plug this into your calculator. Okay? Plug into calculator. Okay? That's why you want to use the change of base formula. So here's another example. Now we used this one up above earlier. So I'm going to see that this is the quotient property. Okay? Quotient. The quotient property states that this can be rewritten as log 18 divided by 2. So I just plug in 18 divided by 2 into my calculator, or I know that 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I can do log 8 of 9. Okay? Then I can do the change of base. Okay? This gives me log of 9 over log 8, which gives me a value of 1.057. Finally, our last example is also the quotient property. Okay? So this one says that we're going to put log 2 over 76.8 over 1.2. Okay? So I'm going to plug 76.8 divided by 1.2 into my calculator, which gives me a value of log 2, 64. So then I use my change of base formula, and I get log 64 over log 2, which when I plug into my calculator gives me a value of 6. And that is how you solve for the functions using the properties of logarithms.